At Cgreen, we have the knowledge and experience you need to have a healthy lawn. Tune in weekly for our lawn care tip of the week with Joe Coyle. For a free estimate, call us at 859-756-3379 or visit us at cgreenlawn.com. Call today and Cgreen tomorrow.
Well, thank you for tuning in. Today is February 26, 2013. And today we'll be talking about spring, because spring is right around the corner. I've been noticing the air temperatures are feeling a lot warmer these days. We've got a lot of rain coming to the ground. I've checked the soil temperature, and it's coming up real good. Cgreen's already seeded a few yards in February. We've done a lot of lime treatments, trying to balance that pH out, and getting ready to do a lot more, I hope. We've got a nice pH meter that's just raring to go if you need your soil checked. Some things I want you to be aware of. If you're putting seed out, I need to know right away. So please call us at 859-756-3379 and let us know if you put the seed out. We don't have to cancel the treatment. We can do a few things for you. We can put out lime. We can check the pH of the soil. We can put out starter fertilizer. We can put your crabgrass pre-emergence on hold just until maybe April 15th, give or take a week or two, and give that grass a chance to grow. I need to know these things, people, so please give me a call again, 756-3379. Also, when you're getting prepared for the spring, make sure not to forget, get your lawnmowers maintained, change the oil, grease the little zerkers on the bearings and everything. And just get those blades sharpened. You want to make sure to have nice, sharp, clean blades and make sure they're not bent. A lot of people get new blades every year. I would suggest doing that. Let's see. Go around your yard and just walk around and see if there's anything that needs to be picked up. Sticks or maybe somebody's litter that blew over from across the street into your yard. That kind of thing smothers the grass out in certain spots. But really, we don't have to cancel the treatment because you put seed down. I just need to know so I can put a treatment on hold. And if you really want to help that seed come up, let's check the pH and do some lime or starter fertilizer. And just give us a call. We like to put down the crabgrass pre-emergence and fertilizer. This year our fertilizer will have some urea and sulfate of potash, an organic potash product. Let's just dig a little bit deeper into crabgrass pre-emergence. It's not a miracle prevent-all. Scientifically, it is a pre-emergence herbicide, which means it prevents some types of weeds. Now, it's actually a selective herbicide. There's two different types of herbicides, a non-selective and a selective. A non-selective herbicide tends to kill everything. But crabgrass pre-emergence, being a selective herbicide, has a specific type of weed it's looking to kill, control, or prevent. A lot of people think, nutsedge should be prevented with crabgrass pre-emergence. That's usually not the case. Some sulfentrazone is usually what you'd use for some nutsedge. It used to be MSMA, and use that as a prevent or as a post-emergent in the summer when it comes up. Nutsedge, Dallas grass, Johnson grass. Those things aren't controlled with crabgrass pre-emergence. You actually have to put something on them after they have shot up. Some reports say that the seed might be controlled, but these things are spread in different ways than crabgrass per se. Crabgrass being an annual, some of these others are perennials, and it's not the same. So when I talk about crabgrass pre-emergence, we get a really good control, and we use one of the best products on the market. The control you'll get is usually, I'll say, 80 to 100%. I have lots of yards, many yards that you won't find a single blade of crabgrass in the yard during the summer whatsoever, period. These yards have had treatments for a number of years, plenty of time for us to get rid of all those little pesky seeds. Every once in a while, one might blow in, or 10 or 20. I don't know what the wind brings in. If we're going to see one, we might see one around the edge. Now, a yard that's been neglected, maybe 1,000 plants of crabgrass actively growing just in the front yard. I mean, this thing's going to be coated with billions of crabgrass seeds. So if I go in there the first year and we see a big, huge improvement, but you see a little bit of crabgrass still, it's nothing to be worried about. We prevented probably 99% of the stuff. The next year, we're going to prevent the same amount again, and you're going to have less. And the year after that, you're going to have even less. And eventually, you'll hardly be able to find crabgrass in your yard. Now, these years that we have when there's droughts, and obviously a lot of people can't get out to water their yard, or I'm sure they would. Some people say it's an expense issue. Pre-emergence is most effective when it's watered in as soon as possible after the treatment. If you're one of those people that never waters the grass, let's say I spray it, I can't guarantee you it's not going to rain. I mean, it could rain and it might not rain. With round one, crabgrass pre-emergent, it must be rained in. There's nothing about round one that doesn't have to be watered into the soil. So if you're going to wait for it to rain and it does not rain, you will be wasting your money to not get a water hose out and water it in if it hasn't rained within a week. Most of these treatments, no matter what, I don't care if you have an irrigation system or not, if it's not raining, you need to get out and water them in at some point. Even round two, after the weed killer is dried for 24 hours, it would help to go out and water it. All these fertilizers, everything, plastics and oil and all kinds of chemicals degrade in the sunlight. So the longer you let them sit on the yard, not being watered into the ground, the less effective the chemical is going to be. Obviously, it's still going to help you whether it gets watered in immediately or not. Our yards have looked good for years, and I know many of my customers haven't got out and watered these things in. Usually we get the rainfall we need, but I cannot guarantee you that we will always get the rainfall that we need in the county. So just pay attention, please. I love all my customers. You guys are all great. But if we're not getting the rainfall we need and you've already got the treatment, then you need to get the water down. Everybody asks me this. How long before I put down the crabgrass pre-emergence can they seed? Well, it's like this. I would recommend in the spring that you seed before I put the crabgrass pre-emergence down if you plan on seeding. We have to wait until that grass is like 3 inches tall and has been mowed twice before we can come put down any herbicide or strong fertilizer on that new grass. We can do a starter fertilizer, that's fine, or a lime. But that grass is more susceptible to the herbicide when it's in its young stages. The earlier you get out in the spring to put that grass seed out, the better. I have a time limit on crabgrass pre-emergence, or at least the first treatment. I'd like to get that down before the soil temperature hits 65 degrees. Now, not just 65 at any one point in the day, a sustained 65 degrees where it might go in, even overnight at 65 degrees. It used to be recommended April 15th was a good deadline to get the first crabgrass pre-emergence down. These greenhouse people out here say, oh, when the forsythia blooms. Well, that's fine. We always get it down right around the time the forsythia blooms. It's funny, though. I get some customers saying, oh, I have to put it down exactly, the same day the forsythia blossoms. And that's just ridiculous when you have, 300 to 500 customers and you can't do them all on the same day. There's no company on this planet that could do them all on the same day. Getting back to where I was, a lot of people are asking me when. So about 6 weeks after you seed, it should be high enough for you to have mowed at least once or twice, and then you can get me out there to put the crabgrass pre-emergence down. Now, if I have sprayed your yard first for, I believe it's 6 months after, so you might as well wait until fall, because nobody in their right mind would put grass seed out in the middle of the summer. Of course, many people around the county do, so I'm suggesting that they might not be in their right mind. Aeration too is another issue that we have in the spring. When do you want to aerate your yard? You should aerate your yard in February before I get out with crabgrass pre-emergence. If you can't beat me with the crabgrass pre-emergence, that's fine. Everybody gets a second dose of crabgrass pre-emergence on round 2, so we can still seal up those holes with a little bit of crabgrass pre-emergence. But you have to get the aerations done if you're going to get one done before I get done with the second treatment of crabgrass pre-emergence. Otherwise, we're just asking for a little crabgrass. And poke those holes and disturb the soil, and that just leaves a little area for the crabgrass to come up through. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Joe Coyle, and this was your lawn care tip of the week. Remember, give us a call at 859-756-3379. Call Today and Cgreeen Tomorrow, or visit us on the web at www.cgreenlawn.com. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, people. Come on, push the like button.
At Cgreen, we have the knowledge and experience you need to have a healthy lawn. Tune in weekly for our lawn care tip of the week with Joe Coyle. For a free estimate, call us at 859-756-3379 or visit us at cgreenlawn.com. Call Today and Cgreen.